First down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They're going to run it. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Redd and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
Second down play coming up. And on the carry, he's heading left. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Okay, it's third down after that run. The shotgun handoff here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done in that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. The back's got another pitch. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well. That decision to go for it on fourth down doesn't work out.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First play of the drive, they look to the right. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out and keep him to a short game.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. The offense going with the hurry up.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Again, makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. The sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And now the running back's got it again. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Chris, this is exactly why it's so tough to defend this offense, and especially this quarterback. He can throw the football. We can see here, this guy's ability to run the option. He can pitch it, or in this case, run it, keep it himself, put 6 points up on the board.
Point after, not right through. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. They'll run it to the right side. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. You bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. And the Gators looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. LSU 7, Florida 0.
The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle, but first down. The Gators hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing to the football. Nice loss of yardage there on 2nd and goal, and now it's 3rd and goal for the offense.
Third down and goal for the offense. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's swarmed by the defense.
Chris, this sets up a little bit of drama here in this playoff game. Now we've got a 4th and goal. You're down. Chance to be aggressive. Go for it. Put a touchdown on the board. Or do you get a little bit more conservative and just put 3 points up? Big decision here before we get to the half.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, everybody in the stadium, including this defense, knew they were going to run the football just to get it away from the shadow of their own goal line. What's amazing is they were able to pop a big run like that. And if you're the defensive coordinator, it's got to be one of the most frustrating things. But let's give credit to the offense. They blocked it well and made it happen.
And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. An inside give now from the shotgun. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. Quarterback operating an empty set. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
He's running out of time here. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the 1st half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. And they get set now to try the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
That makes the score LSU 14, Florida 0.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they moved it down into scoring position, but got stopped on 4th and goal. Got to put that behind them. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a big gain. And the Gators hustle to the line to run that hurry up.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
And looking to throw now on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it right near the end zone. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida. See if they can convert the point after. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. It's a quick grab. Spins away from defenders. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Handing off on the draw play. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Third down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw to the left side. And he's got it. The tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. An explosive gain, big play, moves the ball inside the 40.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On the run here, lets it go. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. But that was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
Looking for his big tight end. And that one's picked off. What a play. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
The Florida offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down after that previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Gators. Just ran away from the defense. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Single back takes the handoff. And they bring him down right at the 20. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Extending the play now. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's going to pull it down and run. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down mark.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he'll be brought down. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And there's the handoff. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll run it here. And that run produces a decent gain.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it second and medium. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this. It'd be a great compliment to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll take the lead in the second half. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And he knocks through the PAT.
14.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Gators offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Caught quickly. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the back gets the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Gators pick up enough yardage for a first down. And the runner takes off to his right. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. The Gators come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. And the same runner's got it again. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
This offense is rolling at the moment. It's first down and 10. Quarterback keeps the football. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy in your center today for this defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense. There's the handoff.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And it'll be Smother right at the line for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Here's the handoff on a counter.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time.
Boy, the defense did a great job of mirroring the runner that time. Nowhere to go. Big loss in the game. They walled him off perfectly, brought him down before he could get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Bringing pressure. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on 4th down in the 4th quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a 1st down. Textbook execution on the option.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Taken down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the 4th quarter.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. First and goal. If they play this right, they can pretty much put the game on ice. Ball handed off. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Defense getting very heavy here. We're going to stuff the run. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Kick is up and no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
On the play. Second down coming up.
2nd down and long from the 9-yard line. From the shotgun, drops back. The throw complete to the running back underneath. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back, who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they get to completion, but they don't come up with a 1st down. Probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so now they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quick throw to the right, looking for the 1st down. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Finds his man. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Florida.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Going the other way, can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.